Cancer. I'm here to do your weekly reading. Today is May 21st, and it should have been on May 20th that I had your reading done. And I'm getting it there though, so don't worry about it. I will have it uploaded. It's taking about an hour over on YouTube, and it takes much faster today on Facebook, so that's pretty cool. At least the uploads are not too bad. Okay, so this is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of May 20th. Let's see what's going on, or May 21st. So what's going on for Cancers? We're going to find out what's going on in the home situation. So first card out, we have Great Vigor. How's that going for you? Okay, so we have, oh, I have to adjust my seating here. Okay. So we have Great Vigor. So there's a lot of energy going on in the home situation. Maybe you're really inspired to do some warm spring cleaning. Maybe there's just a lot of energy going on. That's all I can say. But there's a lot of great vigor. I'm trying to think. I want to say that maybe you and somebody else has got some pretty passionate, interesting nights going on. There's vigor though, so that sounds pretty good. Great vigor. Wow. Do you understand what that word is? Just the sound of it. There's a lot of energy, and hopefully that's some good energy, but there's a lot of great vigor there. Okay, what is your communication for the overall for the week? Overall communication, we have difficulty at the beginning. So there may be something, you might actually find it kind of hard to talk to people, like start conversations or something with people. And maybe the great vigorness is making you kind of tired. And so, well, why would you be having some difficulty at the beginning of a conversation that you're having with people, communicating? Maybe this would be in communication, would also have to do with some type of deceptiveness to deceit, self-deceit. So you may be having trouble deciding what you're going to tell a person. That's what I would think. If you're going to have difficulty at the beginning of a conversation or your communication, you may be trying to figure out exactly what it is that you need to talk to these people about. It could also be you not really knowing. You may feel that maybe you have a sense of because you're in the water sign, you're intuitive, right? You may be picking up on people's their tones and stuff, how they talk to you, and you may be doubting, having some doubt. For some reason, there may be some doubt in what you want to communicate to certain people, maybe because of this difficulty at the beginning. I don't know how to start this conversation off, is basically what you're thinking to yourself in your head. You know, if you think to yourself in your head, all of us do. But you may be like assessing people ahead of time, trying to figure out what it is that you want to talk, or maybe communication. Maybe there's some people that you're having difficulty trying to get started off a conversation with. You don't know how to do it. Maybe you're going out somewhere or something, or maybe you're having to present something like on a work aspect or something, and there's difficult at the beginning of this conversation how to start to present an idea, maybe to a boss or something, or maybe you have difficulty communicating to your partner. There's great vigor in the home, remember that. So maybe someone could be coming off more vigorous, more ambitious, more robust, more dominant than the other, and you could have difficulty at that. But as far as that's in your communication, See what's going on, Cancer, for you in love. Romantic inclination. What's going on there? And we got joy. Look at that. Now, luckily, this card did not come up in the opposite, because the opposite of joy is oppression. Yeah, it didn't come up as oppression at all. Maybe there has been a sense of oppression, maybe underlying somehow. There's a sense of having oppression in your life, in a relationship, but right now you're experiencing some joy. So that's going to be a whole lot. That's during this week. So that's going to be better than being oppressed and experiencing sadness and blah. So maybe this great vigor over here has a lot to do with that. You never know. It might be inspiring you. This joy may be inspiring you in your home life, in your area where you feel at home, where you're comfortable, your main domain. So let's see what else is going on. We're going to look at how the public is seeing you. How are they seeing you? How are you coming off? They see you retreating. They see that you're maybe, even though you're feeling joy towards a romantic inclination, maybe there is a lot of vigor going on. You know what I mean? That kind, and you're retreating. So they see you as kind of maybe being like a hermit. You may have actually, this is after coming out of maybe some shock, but thank God it didn't say they see you in shock. They just see you as like being in retreat mode, just not really out there showing yourself. You're like in your little Cancer crab shell. So let's see what's going on as far as challenges. We have, what is this one? Nearing completion. So that's something that you're actually, okay, see, this is really odd that over here in your communication you have difficulty at the beginning of your conversations or your communication, and then you're challenged. Your challenge is nearing completion. So if you're having difficulty in conversations, then what are you having difficulty? There's got to be difficulty. I think they should be switched around, but how do you finish a sentence, I guess? How do you finish a conversation? Or maybe there's difficulty completing projects that's somehow going to be challenging. Maybe you get bored. Like when you come to completion of a project, maybe something that you've been inspired to, like, oh wow, let's go do this, and then you start on that, and it's like towards the end of it, you're already like, oh god, you're wanting to go, your mind might go wandering off, trying to find something else to do, that now you become bored with the thing that you're almost done with. And that could be one aspect of that. Another one I just got in my mind was about some of you may be actually completing schooling too. So there may be a challenge about, you may be finishing up a college course, college study, a college, getting close to the finals, right? I don't know if some of you are still in school for that, but there's a nearing of a completion that's been a challenge for you. For you, Cancer, that's like, because you may be wanting to hurry up and jump the gun and do something else. Like, I would be not surprised if I pulled a wand card for this right here, like, because that's really passionate, right? And that's full of desires and wanting to do things, especially like the page, no, not the page, the Knight, impulsivity. So you might be dealing with some impulsiveness to start on another project because there's great vigor. So this may be not getting things done in the home because there's so much stuff that needs to be done, and you have a lot of vigor to keep on going. So when you get close to finishing one thing, then it's like, oh, well, wait, oh, there's this one, I gotta go do that, Need some Adderall. Just kidding. Well, if you got great vigor in the home front, you could be having problems challenges trying to get things to finish her. So let's see what's going on as far as what is it that you want to expand in? What is it that you're wanting to have better luck in? And we have conflict. Oh me, oh my. How the heck is it that you want to expand in conflict? Maybe you're getting bored? No, this is having better luck too. I did throw that in there. So this is where you're wanting to expand in your luck, and it's to do with conflict. So maybe you're having some issues with some stuff that you feel pretty conflicted with other people, and maybe you're needing to learn. Maybe there's some lessons in life that you're still needing to learn how to handle conflict. Maybe you're if you're retreating, people see you retreating. Maybe you go into your Cancer shell and you just avoid conflict at as much possibility as you can, and maybe you're wanting to deal with that conflict, because sometimes if you avoid conflict and you don't know how to if you avoid conflict, that would be because you just don't want to deal with it. Basically, you don't know how, you don't have the tools to deal with it, and you'd rather just, if you've got other people coming at you, manipulating, trying to take advantage of the Cancer, trying to take advantage of your good nature, and you don't know how, and you're always, just being at conflict, trying to actually like push through on something, wanting to stand up for stuff, but always being beat down, that kind of stuff. That would be conflicting. Dealing with other people conflict, other people coming up to you, trying to start SHIT, and you maybe reacting, you could be overreacting pretty fast, and so yeah, you would like to maybe see an expansion of being able to handle that in a better way. How can you handle that? By maybe pulling back, but not all the way out, not all the way back into your Cancer shell and going quiet and silent. This is knowing how to hold back any emotional reactions. That's a pretty much a Cancerian trait, to react in a natural, emotional way, and this may be impulsively too. So let's see what else we've got. Self-sabotage. What is it that you're doing? And we have doing things at a steady pace. It could be self-sabotage when things, you're just going along, doing it at your own pace that feels really comfortable to you, but to others, some things may not, that may not be right for other people, though. If you feel that you're doing things at a steady pace, it may be sabotaging you. So you're going to have to look at that. I have to look at that one too. I like to do things at a nice steady pace, and it does cause some conflict with other people. I can see that. I don't know if you can see that. If you want to do things at your own pace, if you learn, it could cause some self-sabotaging things in your life, like make other people get pissed off at you. But you could be losing out on opportunities too, I would think. Maybe if you're doing, you should do things at a steady pace, that way you have control. But how is it self-sabotaging if you're doing something at a steady pace? What is it that you're missing out on? What is it doing to you that teaches you maybe to just, not everything in life is like that. You could be self-sabotaging yourself by losing out on your friendships or pissing off other people, is what I would think. You can always comment how you're self-sabotaging yourself by going steadily at a steady pace. You're marching to the beat of your own drum, basically. Or maybe you need to go at a steadier pace instead of marching to the beat of your own drum. Okay, don't hate on me. And that's my awkward, weird, quirky sense of humor. And as far as work-related, career-related, What do we have? Wow, that's an awesome card that I just like threw out for you guys. It says abundant blessings. Imagine that. That is just totally awesome. I like the last card that I pulled up, but you've got abundant blessings in the work. So I don't even need to say more. You may have like, oh, you might get some surprise raises. You might get more opportunities coming in. Your workload may increase, which might be good for you. You may be self-sabotaging yourself in regards to working steadily at a steady pace, and all of a sudden, look at that, you've got abundance coming in, overload of work. How's that gonna affect you here? Is gonna be like, whoa, you might get overwhelmed and overloaded there. But okay, let's see, we're gonna pull some more cards for you, Cancer, find out what else is going on in your week. You know, one more extra card. So we're at 16 minutes. So if this was fine with you, you guys are welcome to go now. This is the second half of this reading. Wow, this card just went right on top of there. So we have the Three of Coins. And this is actually getting together. It did kind of come up upside down, which would show that there could be a bit of competition in the home front here, like people not collaborating together, but I didn't shuffle my cards to be read upside down today, so I'm pulling, even if they fall. If they do fall, you can take note that there could be a little bit of competitiveness going on in the home front. Someone not wanting to really put in their fair share, but this is looking like the family, people in the home are trying to, you know, collaborate together on a project, which is, you know, and here you have great vigor there, so there's a lot of energy to go forward. So that's pretty cool. What is it that you guys are doing? Let me know. Okay, as far as communication, you know, you have difficulty at the beginning. What else do you got for communication this week? And we have the Six of Swords, going to a more calmer state, finding a way. So it looks like even though you have difficulty at the beginning of your conversations, it seems like it starts to flow with ease. That sounds really, it starts to go with more ease, like there's mental anxiety, maybe the anxiety or whatever kind of conversation you're having that has some difficulty at the beginning, it seems to slow down. So it goes from like a 5 to the 6, basically from conflict to nice ease, mental ease, the communication. And look at that, it's even with the swords, and swords are communication, right? This one is with the home. This is about money and home here, getting together on projects, having great vigor, right? So this one is actually finding mentally ease, having easement in your mind, so your communication becomes easy, more flowing after you get going. After you get going on your conversation, you just have some difficulty at the beginning, but then it just kind of starts flowing. It's like, wow, that's so cool, right? As far as your love interest, someone your romantic inclination, let's see what's going on with that. Well, I got two cards. They just don't want to come, they didn't want to shake loose out of my hands. You have the Ten of Cups there. Besides having joy, what the heck? You got Ten of Cups. There's complete freaking happiness in this. You're just overjoyed, double joy. Phew, like too good to be true. Oh, but then we have defending your joy. I would say there's pretty passionate at defending this, defending your inclination, your romantic inclination. You're pretty defensive to protect what you have that is joyful. You're joyful at protecting. But yeah, you have joy. You're not going to let other people, the opposite would be like below that joy is the oppression, and you're going to keep people from oppressing you from having that joy. So as far as people seeing you retreat, what else are they seeing you doing? Do I dare ask? The public eye, what do they spy? So the public eye, the I Spy guy, what do they see you doing besides just being in retreat mode? Cancer, 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 Cancer. And, okay, almost there. Okay, there we go. Walking away from something here, walking away from your emotions, basically. Like, okay, yep, going on a little journey, you're retreating. Maybe you're going to retreat. No. How does a retreat sound to you right now? Does it sound pretty good? Because it looks like if I was retreating, I'd want to go to a retreat, especially if you're going on a little journey so people see you. The public eye is spying on you, walking away from things. You're leaving things behind, going on a little journey. Where to? Only you know. Please share. Let us know. I'm just kidding. The public wants to know all about what you're doing, right? Just kidding. This is you not wanting the public to know what you're doing. So it looks like you're like trying to get out of public eye here, like going on your own journey, not really letting anyone know where you're going, like leave me alone. Even though you may be, I don't know if this is you going by yourself or with another person, but you have a lot of joy here, so I would assume that maybe you're just going to go on a journey and you're just not telling people where you're going. They see you going by yourself, so maybe who knows, maybe you're having a secret liaison and you're keeping that away from the public eye, because the public eye likes to spy. They like to put pictures out. That's for someone out there. Challenges. What's going on besides nearing completion of things being a challenge for you? What else is there going on? Oh, feeling a loss in finances or feeling kind of shunned, maybe. This would be feeling like in your environment with your home and money, there's a sense of loss and having to go back and maybe get help. That would be a challenge. And maybe besides just nearing completion of a project or something, maybe this could also be you and another person feeling kind of left out. But it's the challenge is that it's actually almost finished. But if you are like having a change of residence and stuff, or been kicked out or something like that, you could be at friends, having to depend on friends and stuff, and this is a challenge for you because it's almost at its completion here. That could be for some of you. As far as what you're wanting to expand in your life, the luck, what do you want to be lucky in? And besides you don't want to be lucky having conflict, right? So I would think that you would want to expand maybe your horizons about how to deal with conflict. But there's something else, and we have this was in reverse. So it says this is taking your time, but it's like halted right now, so I'm not reading in reverse. Don't want to. It looks like you want to expand your horizons on something that's taking a long time to do. Looking at maybe your future, looking at a long-term goal, something that has value and worth, maybe something you want to see what assets you have that are valuable too, because this would be coming to complete standstill and looking around to see where you're lucky at. What is it that's valuable to you? Assessing barren lands, basically, and seeing what kind of opportunities, what has it grown before and what can it grow forward. Like things in your life, things that are material, what can grow, stocks even, what they can grow, taking a look at your security, what's valuable, worthwhile, and secure for you, besides conflict. learning lessons on how to deal with conflict instead of having to just avoid it. Because if you avoid conflict, sometimes it just does not get you nowhere. So if you deal with the conflict and resolve the situation, then you have the conflict is resolved, done, hasta la vista. Yeah, there's a slow process to this. Maybe this could be a new lesson that you are planning on investing in, looking at the long-term value of it. Maybe you're planning on maybe taking some classes on how to resolve conflict. You could do anger management or something, who knows. Okay, and as far as your self-limiting, your where you're self-sabotaging, we have you at the steady pace. The one at the steady pace usually wins the race, but not in this case. Also holding back, look at that. This goes just right along with this darn steady pace card. The Four of Pentacles, observing things. I'm surprised we didn't get the Hangman here, but this is like being guarded, protecting yourself, and keeping things to yourself, and just kind of just watching everything, and kind of stand your ground. And this is again like in the retreat too, like what people are seeing you publicly, they're seeing you retreat into your shell, and this is like hiding in your shell. This looks like a little crab. It's not really a little crab, but I mean, you could put a little shell around him, draw a little shell on this person, and he'd be a crab with his little, well, he doesn't have 8 legs, but he has 4 arms. He has 4 arms. What the heck? He has 2 arms, 2 legs. He has 2 more appendages added to his legs, so that makes 4. And then he has, well, 2 added, 1 appendage up there and 1 up there. Never mind. I was gonna say, crabs have 8 legs, right? So there's 8 body parts and there's 8 appendages. So he could become a crab. Don't mind me. Anyways, you guys can just get a little laugh or say, what the heck? Okay. So as far as career-wise, though, we have abundant blessings, and that may be blessed by the universe, right? Who knows? Or from other people all around you. This is something you may have been manifesting, didn't even realize that it was in your vortex, as they say, or in your energy field, too. But you've got abundant blessings that have probably built up, and you deserve them. And it looks like you're gonna, oh God, be pretty sneaky. Yeah. Oh no. I see this is like, oh gosh, here comes these abundant blessings, and you're like trying to run away from them. What the heck? You're trying to pretend you don't notice them. Maybe because you're trying to keep everything at a steady pace. Or you could just be keeping it to yourself about your abundant blessings. But there could also be something that you're trying to break free from in the work environment. Maybe there's some information, some communication, or some ideas that you're keeping to yourself and you're not letting other people see. You're doing things maybe on the sneaky side, the sneaky sly. People see you retreating, right? You're like going on a little journey, but they don't see, they see you going into hiding. I'm just kidding. Okay, people see you like disappearing. Where did the Cancer go? Oh, I snuck off because I had some ideas. I had to go get away from everybody. Here's the 7 of Swords, being sneaky. Okay, so that is your reading, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the laughter, the little comedy that came in with my quirky sense of humor. I just really liked it the way that this reading came out too. I did Capricorns with these cards too, and it's like, wow, I'm just really comfortable. Obviously you can tell. If you look at my other videos, you'll tell the difference between these readings versus my controlled readings, where I'm controlling myself, and here I'm just, I don't give a shit. I am saying what I see, and if it resonates, I'm gonna find out. And if it's not resonating, I'll probably find out. If someone gets mad at me for laughing at a situation, I'm not laughing at you, I'm just laughing at some of the ideas that run in through my mind that, I try to find joy in a lot of things instead of looking at the negative aspects. I try to bring a light to the aspect that's negative. That way I'm not holding on to something that keeps me from having my energy get drained, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things in my life, and yours too, that we hold on to that are negative, or we deal with on a daily basis that could be negative, other people's opinions and stuff, and it's like, oh, sometimes we hold on to that energy, and it keeps us in a negative point of view with everybody else. And who wants to be around a negative Nancy, I guess you could say, right? I mean, it's not fun. I've been there, done that, so I can call myself a negative Nancy, so I can call you all a negative Nancy too. And I think you could call your friends negative Nancy's, because we all know a negative Nancy besides ourselves. Like when my daughter is negative, I tell her, you know what? You go look in the mirror and tell me right in front of me, do this. And she wants to be negative towards me, condescending or something, and she's just a kid. It's like, go talk to yourself in the mirror and say that to yourself in the mirror and see if you can do that. And she can't. So it kind of stops her in her tracks on what she's doing, because all of a sudden she realizes how what she really looks like, because unless I make her look at herself, she isn't seeing what she's acting like. So yeah, next time someone's condescending towards you, tell them to go look in the mirror and talk to themselves the way they're talking to you, and see if what they do. They'll probably just walk away from you and say, what the heck ever. It works. I mean, try it. You could look at yourself in the mirror and go try it. Think that negative thought that is in your mind, in your head, some thought that you thought today that was negative about your own self. And go look in the mirror and tell yourself that negative thought and see how that makes you feel. You look at yourself and you can come to some type of, maybe you'll come to a realization of, wow, didn't really realize what it's doing to your face, what it's doing to your looks, your eyes, your breathing, how your stance is, and the way your mouth gets set, determination if you're really mad, or I don't know, it's a lot of different things. Yeah, and then you might just have to tell yourself that you love yourself, and really believe when you tell yourself that you love yourself in the mirror that you actually do. Even if, and I don't know, sometimes maybe that might be hard. We always look, I know I've had, not always, but I know I've looked in the mirror and I've tried to say, oh, I love myself, and look in that mirror and go, oh boy, what's that wrinkle? Oh gosh, look at that, and pick. Not pick like with my fingers, but just pick myself apart. I've done that when I was a teenager. I've done it maybe when I was a kid, who knows. Not really as a kid, because as kids we really, if we're not brought up to really care, some of us are. Some of us don't look in the mirror, but we don't really give a darn what we look like. We're too much in the enjoyment of the moment, not caring what people think we look like or anything. But as we get older, boy, that becomes a different thing. Some people are sensitive to that. It takes some lessons or some what is it? Here I'm going on a tangent, just talking to the camera. It takes lessons to learn how to build up confidence in yourself and get back to that point where you were that little kid that never really gave it SHIT until you got into puberty, got into junior high or something like that, wherever you started to become self-aware of how you looked and how others perceive you. How did that, some people it affects, and some people they don't even care. They've never been involved in those, so some people won't see your perspective and blah blah blah. Okay, I'm done here. Like, share, subscribe, say hello, hi, how you doing, and comment, and yeah, let me know how you guys would like to have I'm gonna do pick a card readings, pick a group of cards, and what kind of thing would you like to know on that? So it could be relationship, what someone else is thinking, what they feel about you, you know. Leave your comments, let me know. Thank you, and have a great week. And see you on the dailies.